Hi everyone. I know that I haven't been on a lot, and I'm sorry about that, but I've been really busy and starting I'm gonna start an internship soon, so I don't know how often I'll be able to do reactions and stuff like that, so bear with me. Um so today I got some well, everyone got some bad news in the K-pop world. Um 21 has officially disbanded. It's it's really sad because 21 was one of the groups that got me into K-pop in the beginning because when I started to listen to K-pop, I listened to girl groups mostly. You know, 21, Girls' Generation, 4 Minute, Miss A, that would be those were the first girl groups that I listened to. And now 4 Minute has disbanded as well. 21 is suspended. It's kind of sad, but in a way, I think it was expected after the whole, everything kind of started with Boom's um, drug scandal, and they put her on the shelf and got her out of the limelight for a while. So 21 went to a hiatus at that time. But CL was doing her stuff. Um, Dara was still acting. I don't know what Missy was doing. I don't know. But then it came around. Their contracts were about to expire, and Minzy didn't sign again with YG. So Minzy left. So being a three-member group, I don't know when that news came out that Minzy left and YG was thinking about uh doing 21 with three members, with only three members. I thought to myself like, it's not gonna be the same, and it's not, and eventually they're gonna just like disband. So even though you didn't see that coming, it was kind of the only solution left, you know? Um, because 21 with just three is just weird, and I guess like the first shoe dropped when Minzy left, and now like it's the second shoe dropping. The official like statement that there's no more 21, you know? Maybe they'll do like reunions in like or NCL shows. It has happened before, but there's no more 21. It's kind of sad. Like I said, 21 was one of the first groups, K-pop groups that I've listened to, and I think of all of those first, yeah, there's members that have left. I don't know. I think the only the thing is when I started listening to K-pop, for some reason I started to listen a lot of girl groups. I started with a lot of girl groups. I didn't listen to a lot of boy groups. The only boy groups I listened to was Big Bang, um, 2PM, and a couple of songs of Beast. Those were the groups that I've listened to. And if I look at them now, the only groups that have stayed the same is Big Bang, those have stayed the same, and 2PM. I will say this: the thing about 2PM is that when I started listening to them, um, it was already without Jay, and I didn't know about the existence of Jay in the 2PM world. So for me, when I began to listen to 2PM and seeing them now, they are the same group. Nothing has changed in terms of members and things like that. Um, because only after that I found out that about Jay and the whole situation there. So yeah, Big Bang and 2PM have been the only ones that haven't changed since I started listening to K-pop. 21 disbanded, Girls' Generation, Jessica left, for a minute also disbanded, Miss A, who was it? Um, ooh, I forgot her name. Ooh, I don't remember at the moment. But it was one of the Chinese members of Miss A also left. Um, in Beast's case, a member left, and now they're thinking about leaving Cube, their company. They think about leaving it. I don't know if it is official yet. I would have to read about that, but I'm not sure if it is like official that they left Cube Entertainments. So yeah, bad news for fans of 21, fans of K-pop in general, and bad news for YG. Well, they still have CL. CL was kind of always the golden ticket of the group, so they still have her. But talking about YG, it's not the only news today that came out about involving a member of the YG family. Nam Taeyang, um, a member of the boy group Winner, has left both Winner and YG altogether. I heard about this like a few weeks ago, something that he has some mental problems, and I'm looking at a news article that at least YG was aware of Taeyang's mental issues since early on, but you know, it's one of those things, you know, mental issues, mental diseases, or there's still, not just in South Korea, but there's still a lot of stigma about it. Still, there's like, I don't know, if people think that, some people might think, oh, it's a joke, you know, but you have to take these things seriously, and idols, I think idols have to have a very strong mind to deal with the stress and to deal with the critics, or like, sometimes some fans are like really mean, and it affects the members. So, but in Taeyang's case, YG was aware of his problems, and they kept an eye on him, but he got worse. Um, and it was, and Winner went into a sort of hiatus because I'm not saying because of him, but from what I'm reading, like all the members were supportive of his recuperation, so that's good. Um, but I guess he wants to completely take a break from it, and he wants to focus on himself, and he should. So it it might hurt a lot of the fans that liked him, that liked Taeyeon, and liked Winner. Um, but you know, sometimes you have to put yourself first, and you have to think about you and how you feel, um, and not pay attention to what everyone else is thinking or doing. Sometimes you have just to be a little bit selfish and just take care of yourself. So you know, it is probably the best decision. If he managed to get a little bit better and went on like a comeback or stuff like that, it might have just like spin out of control, and things might not have gone really well. So it was probably the best decision for him as well. So yeah, but I've been hearing a lot about this, a lot of idols with mental issues, um, dealing with like physical stuff, like getting hurt physically. It's one thing, but you know, the the mental wounds, those are really hard to heal, and sometimes I guess they must like pile things up until the point that they can't take it anymore and explode. Um, so yeah. Um, Another case is like it was recently also it came out was BAP's leader Bang Young-kook, that he was diagnosed with a anxiety disorder and depression. Um, I've actually been seeing a lot of videos from BAP, a lot of older videos and a lot of newer videos, and I don't I don't want to say like people didn't see it, um, but there's a very clear like difference between it, and like I'm seeing like right now I'm seeing BAP attack. Um, I think this is a few years older. I think it was when Hurricane came out. It wasn't during that period. Um, and I've seen some parts where Jungkook he's extremely happy. He's bright and playing with the rest of his members and kind of making jokes and things like that. And I've seen like more recent stuff like the um the AO episodes of BAP, where he's not like that. You can see um his brightness comes out a few times, but it's not a lot. It really isn't. He I don't know. I see a lot of myself in him because he has said, I don't know where, but he has said he's very shy. He doesn't really like to. I don't know if he doesn't like to. He just doesn't go out that much. He likes to stay home. I'm like that as well, you know. I like to stay home. I'm a little bit. I'm shy. I'm an introvert, you know. Um, and I see that, you know, because I would feel if I was in his shoes, I would literally put a brave face and pretend that I'm okay, and which is which is not good because it gets to a point that you can't handle things anymore or you lash out. In my case, sometimes I lash out. Um, so yeah, he has not been doing the comeback, skydive comeback. Hasn't been doing that. Um, but also, a very good decision from the part of the company and the rest of the members, um, to give him time to heal, to get himself better. Um, so with the they continued with the comeback. They've been doing the comeback just five. Um, and I think everyone is hoping that he gets better and he comes back because BAP is not the same without him. It really isn't. You kind of miss him in the picture. So yeah. Was there something else I need to talk about in the world of K-pop? Ooh, yeah, yeah. I forgot about this one. Um, the enlistment top of Big Bang is almost going to the army. From what I've heard, Big Bang is going to release an album, and I think it was it was either on Sungri or Taeyang's Instagram that I saw a photo of them a behind the scenes photo of them shooting a video. And I know they are almost like finishing up the 10-year Big Bang tour. So they're probably going to do that. They're going to finish the tour, release the video and release the album, and shortly after that, maybe Top goes to the army. I'm not sure how long they have to be in the army. I think it's almost 2 years from what I remember of Son Joong Ki's case. I think it was almost 2 years or something like that. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, why Top is going to the army, is the law in Korea that I don't know if it applies to women. I don't think it does because you don't hear about it about the women having to enlist, so it probably doesn't. But I guess they can voluntarily enlist. Um, my country also did something very similar. Um, that the men between the ages of 18 to 30, they have that period, 18 to 30 years old. They have to enlist in the army. I think most enlist right when they turn 18, so they probably finish high school, they enlist, and when they come back, they either go to university or whatever they want to do. In case of idols, they normally stretch it, so they stretch until they're closer to the 30s to do it, and Top is the oldest member of Big Bang, so he's the first one to go. I think Taeyang and JD are also very close behind, so we're gonna have a period where we're going to have a Big Bang hiatus because I think it's gonna be almost like one after the other. They're going to have to enlist. So, um, so yeah, that was all that I wanted to talk about today. 21 is pending. The military enlistment. One tiny little thing about mental issues. Please, if you have a friend, family member, whoever that you know is not going through a good time or has some sort of mental issue, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, don't take it lightly. Um, the one thing that you could do is be supportive. Um, and if they need someone to vent, just be there for them. Um, and the one thing, please don't do that. Please don't judge. That's the last thing they want. They don't want someone to judge them more than they already are. So please, that's that's all I wanted to say. That little side part that I wanted to say. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do another reaction or not. There hasn't been coming out a lot of stuff, so I don't know. I was thinking about doing a Wanna K Rock one, but Japan is a mm. I'm trying to be nice and like give a little bit of publicity to Japanese music, but no, they cut me out. Why? Seriously, like it's insane. So yeah, like this video, comment, subscribe if you want. Um, my Twitter for this account is down below. My personal Instagram is down below. Yeah, that was it for me today. Bye.